Hey student, Teacher Prix here. Watch this video if you want to learn the difference between ed and ing adjectives in English. Coming up. Hey friends, Teacher Prix here to help you talk to anyone, anywhere, anytime in English. First of all, thank you so much for joining me on another video. I really appreciate it. And if it's your first time here, hey, how about subscribing to my channel? Every week I post different lessons, videos, and tips to help you become a better English speaker, okay? So today we are going to talk about ed and ing adjectives in English, okay? This is a very common confusion English learners have when it comes to using ed adjectives and ing adjectives. Many English learners believe that the ed they associate with the simple past, and no, that's not the case here. We're talking about adjectives. And remember, adjectives describe people, describe feelings, describe situations, okay? Very nice. So let's get started. Basically, an adjective. Let's focus on the ing adjective. Okay. Teacher, give me an example of an ing adjective. Boring, relaxing, tiring, exciting. So adjectives that end in ing. So this kind of adjective is used to describe the characteristic of a thing, a situation, okay? So you're describing something, you're describing a situation, and sometimes a person. I will talk more about that later. But in general, you're describing the characteristic of a thing, something, a situation, okay? On the other hand, the ed adjective is used to describe a feeling, an emotion, something that a person feels, okay? It's used to describe people only, all right? Very nice. So this is the first and most important explanation that you need. ing will describe the characteristic of something, and ed will mostly describe feeling, an emotion. It'll describe a person, okay? Now, here's some example with ing. Oh, this movie is so boring, okay? Boring is when something is not interesting, it's not exciting, it's not nice, it's boring, okay? So here I am describing the characteristic of a thing. In this case, the thing is the movie. Okay, so the movie is boring. I'm describing the movie. I'm giving you a characteristic of the movie. Another example. Oh, that accident story was shocking. I'm not saying I am. No, I'm saying the accident, the story, the situation, the thing. So the situation here is the story, the accident story. And now I'm saying that it was shocking, it was terrible, like scary, shocking. Okay? So the characteristic of the situation is shocking, was shocking in this case. Now, with ed adjectives, as I told you a few minutes ago, you will be used to describe people and their feelings. Now, here I have an example. I am so bored. Okay, in the first example with ing, I said the movie was boring. The movie is a thing. Now, if I say, I am bored, I am feeling bored, I am describing myself. I'm describing my feeling at this moment. I'm describing an emotion that I am feeling, okay? So in this case, I have to use bored. Bored and boring have different translations, they have different meanings. When I say I am bored, it means that I am a little impatient because there's nothing nice for me to do. There's nothing to do. There's nothing to see. I feel like I am in a tedious situation because I have nothing to do. So I feel bored. Okay, what do you do when you are feeling bored? Do you watch Netflix? Do you eat? Do you go to sleep? Tell me what to do because everybody does something. And hey, if you're enjoying this video, how about hitting the like button? That way I know what kind of videos you like the most, and then I can create more videos like this one, okay? Moving on. So here I have another example. I was so tired last night. So what is tired? Tired is that feeling of exhaustion. You worked too much, you went out all day, you had many things to do. So now you feel tired. So I will use tired to describe people, okay? I will not use tired to describe a thing, a situation, okay? Very nice. So an example with a situation, I will have to use ing. Oh, watching this movie was tiring because it was a 3-hour movie. So it was very tiring. So the situation was tiring, not me. Well, maybe I feel tired too, but watching a 3-hour movie was exhausting, tiring, okay? Moving on. Now, as I said, sometimes you can use ing adjectives to describe a person, but not just a feeling. It's not a feeling. You will describe a person's characteristic. Remember, ing adjectives primarily focus on describing characteristics of a thing, of a situation, and it's also possible to describe a person's characteristic. For example, John is so boring. Every time he talks to me, I feel sleepy. I can't stop yawning. Okay, yawning. My hair. So here I am giving a characteristic of John. John is boring. It's his characteristic. If I say John is boring, will be different from John is bored. If I say John is bored, he is feeling bored. He has nothing to do, nothing exciting to do. So he feels, it's an emotion, he feels bored. Now, if I say John is boring, I'm saying that it's John's characteristic. He is not a cool person. He's not interesting. It's boring to talk to him. So that's the difference here. But I can use boring to describe people. Now, characteristic. Another example. Andrew is such an interesting person. He has traveled around the world and speaks 5 languages. 5, my friends, 5 languages. So here, what am I saying? I am describing Andrew's characteristic. He is interesting, okay? He knows things, he travels a lot, he speaks 5 languages. So this makes Andrew an interesting person. It's not an emotion, it's not a feeling, it's a characteristic. Okay, so if I say, if I use ed with interesting, then I am changing the idea. If I say Andrew is interested, you will need to finish. Interested in what? Okay, Andrew is interested in arts. If I use interested, I am trying to say that he likes arts. He is interested in arts. If I say John is interesting, I'm just saying John is a nice person, you know? He knows many things, he's got a lot of things to talk about, he's curious. So I am describing his characteristic, okay? Awesome. Make sure to hit that like button, smash it, and that helps the channel a lot, my friends. Moving on. Now, important. Although you can use ing adjectives to describe people's characteristics, this will not happen to all the adjectives, okay? This is not always possible with all the adjectives. So for example here, this is wrong, okay? John is shocking. This is a strange characteristic, okay? Shocking, a person is shocking, doesn't make any sense. So here, ing is not a good idea. You will need to find another word, maybe a different word. John is strange, John is scary, but shocking is not a good characteristic. It doesn't it doesn't make much sense, okay? That's why I say not all adjectives will be able to have this kind of dual idea, like describing a characteristic and describing a feeling. So here, shocking, John is shocking, doesn't make much sense. So this is important. This is the confusion English learners make. You can't always use ing to describe characteristics because it's not necessarily a characteristic. Maybe it's just a characteristic of a situation, of a thing. Okay, that movie was shocking. That's nice, but Peter is shocking? So you will need to explain a little bit. I would be confused. I would be like, okay, why is he shocking? What's up with that, my friend? Okay, so this is the thing you need to focus on. Okay? Awesome, my friend. Now, this is pretty much the main part of the lesson. This is the lesson that I wanted to give you. And now I have homework, okay? What are you going to do? After this slide, you will have a quiz. Yes, 7 phrases that you will need to choose ed or ing. So after this video is over, you will come back, you will pause, and then you will see the alternatives and you will post the answers in the comments. And I will get back to you. I want to test your knowledge. How well can you do on this quiz? Okay, so as you can see, here I am on the quiz page. It's a little hard to see. You will need to pause so that you can read. There are 7 phrases. I will read them to you. My last trip was so tiring or tired. Number 2, Peter is so charmed or charming. The kids, number 3, the kids are really boring or bored. Can you take them to the park? I forgot to put a space there. Sorry about that. Number 4, that movie was terrifying or terrified. Number 5, I was shocked or shocking. I think you know the answer to that one. Number 6, this book is really interesting or interested. And number 7, Matthew is so annoying or annoyed. So post your answers in the comments. Other than that, my friends, I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you have questions, make sure to post them in the comments because I'm always trying to get back to you and answer your questions. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to smash the like button and share this lesson with your friends. Thank you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.